Welcome to another
We probably saying, why is her lips moving?
Woods Report
Like she eating something.
/ the Monique show. Because literally this is another Monique video.
Yeah, it's a recent update.
Some gnat flying
So
around
we wanted to share.
Okay. This is a major update. So I said if there was a major update that we will always come back and follow this out. Because I'm still waiting for her to apologize to D.L. Hughley's daughter.
That might not happen.
She actually has a
Unless
show.
they meet on the side. No.
She actually has a show this weekend. Let's hope that's what she's saving it for. To do it on stage so it can make news. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like you publicly did it, talked about his daughter, brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
You'll publicly do it on stage and say something. Let's hope. All right?
Has she been known to do that in the past?
I don't know. I don't know. But let's hope. Let's just hope.
Okay, that's true.
I don't care if she apologizes to D.L. Hughley. That means nothing to me. My whole beef with Monique is
opening up that
is talking about his daughter and all that. Now,
Okay.
while we're getting ready to talk about this Netflix settlement, we are doing a mukbang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I know this came from Majesty, right?
Our friend's daughter.
And she has.
She made a chicken sandwiches for us.
Yeah. They can't see, but
Grilled,
anyway.
grilled really nice.
Yeah.
The breaded.
This is very good.
It's good.
My mom likes it too. You like it, Mom?
Yeah, tell Majesty that too.
Majesty, you. I mean, so far all the things we've been
Very good.
cooking with them because
Muckbang.
mukbang, and we're trying to
She's
we're
out.
trying to stay.
My sister said mukbang, so you know what
I
it
don't
is.
even know what it is. Why they even call it that?
She's out cook for 2 days.
Mukbang.
My sister said we've been cooking with them and mukbang, and we don't
Mukbanging.
even know what it is. You saying it like it's like gangbanging or something. We've been cooking with them and
I
mukbanging.
kind of feel like it because it's like a drive-by. I go and give her a bag.
It's
she
just
give me a
eating.
bag. I said they're
It's-
probably thinking we doing drugs.
It's eating on camera. Eating
Okay.
on camera and talking or something.
So this is good. Everything that Majesty has made so far for us. So she did a lasagna, ground turkey lasagna.
I appreciate Majesty. I'm going to thank Majesty.
Mhm.
I enjoy all of her meals.
Okay.
It's very good.
All right.
She's out of cook.
All right. Well, all right, Mom.
Twice a week at least.
She does it twice a week. She'll bring us over stuff. And we just doing this
We want to do a
review.
a live.
We don't even need to do a review. We just, it's good.
We just want to do it. Yeah.
All right.
People probably saying, no, those big
Yeah,
girls
if-
ain't eating.
If you have a chance, go
Yes,
back
we
and look
are.
at all our old videos. If you
Yes,
wanna,
we is.
if you want to catch up with what's going on with the Woods Report and the Monique
Mm-hmm.
D.L. Hughley saga,
Yeah.
I have it as a playlist. Feel free to go back and look at the old videos. I don't want to rehash everything.
Now this one actually, was in the mix way before this contract stuff because she was kind of hollering out loud, boycott Netflix.
Which was a few years ago.
Give a,
Okay.
an overview of that.
From what I know, please look at the disclaimer because I probably
We
will
may
get
have
this
the wrong
wrong.
date, wrong info. This
Not
is
the 10
gist
o'clock
of it.
news.
This is the gist of
You
it.
guys you're coming to our house. This is our house.
And we just talking.
You're in our living room.
You don't have no little notebook and pad.
We're sitting at the table.
and writing down what we're saying.
We're
to go back
eating
and,
a freaking
and check
chicken
out the
sandwich,
references,
and we're just talking.
just chit chatting,
All right.
like you do on the front porch.
I feel like Whoopi Goldberg on The View whenever she says stuff and says, "I don't want a million comments.
Thank you.
Can I just say what I
That's
want?"
my opinion.
Thank you.
Now she did get in trouble for that one comment.
And if I'm
But-
wrong, exactly. If I'm wrong, please do so and correct me in the comment section, but do it nice. Nobody's lying. Nobody's trying to destroy anybody's
have a
career.
disclaimer now for you.
Nobody's trying to take over YouTube with false information.
Fake news, fake news. We heard that about 4 years ago.
It's just a mistake.
Fake news.
We don't want to research. For those who want to type, I don't want to spend a whole day researching about Monique. I don't want to watch 100 videos. I don't want to read a million articles.
Right.
All right?
This is just a brief update on where they are with the Netflix
All
lawsuit.
right, here we go. Now, so that you understand my tone when I give this, if you haven't gone back and looked at our previous videos, please do so. I originally came out in the, how many we've done so far? 4 videos? I don't even know. I've lost track.
Maybe 3.
I think 4 or 5. The first video was merely just about D.L. Hughley versus
The
Monique.
contract in general.
And I felt like Monique was wrong for coming out on stage and talking about the contract without talking to him first backstage.
And just leave it about him.
But that was that was the only thing that video was about. The second video was about her responding to people saying about that and bringing up his daughter from an interview he did back in the day with Sway.
To show his lack of character.
His daughter was molested by a 13-year-old, and
As a
she was
dad,
13
and how he handled it.
And he didn't do anything years later when she brought it to his attention. All right. I was upset about the fact that Monique brought that up to talk about D.L. Hughley's character.
Right.
Because that has nothing to do with the contract.
Right. You could find a lot of stuff that
Then
guy
she
did
came
and
back
hasn't done.
and said that she was responding because even her fans were upset about that, saying that she responded that way because he brought it up,
God forbid.
and she felt she wasn't wrong
God
in
forbid,
doing that.
The fans tell her to go jump in something, and
Okay.
she'll go do it.
All right, whatever. No, because she don't listen to the fans.
Oh,
You
okay.
just said
But
the opposite.
What she did this time? She said
No.
that they were complaining, right?
Well, so she came back and said something.
Yeah.
But she didn't apologize. She just
Yeah,
came back and
yeah.
said why she did it.
Yeah, there was a mix on that.
So my second video that we did together, I was a little bit, I was more harsh. The third video, I was livid. Because that's when I think
The
she had
daughter?
came back. Her daughter, his older daughter came back and said, can they meet offline or whatever? If you got some issue with my family, leave my
just
family
talk
out
to
of
us.
it, whatever.
Talk to me.
So I was livid because Monique didn't respond positive to that.
That's
The
what she did.
fourth video was about Monique's sister and brother putting her on blast on Facebook.
Man, I forgot about that one.
You forgot about that's what I told you. It's a million. I'm so okay. All right, here we go. All right, okay.
This is going
That
on
was
and
that
on.
one.
Anytime, I guess with Monique, we don't hope that it goes on. And
I
on.
wanted to end with her apologizing.
Well-
But anyway, I'm gonna keep. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna keep going until she apologizes.
Well, she
Do
may
you think
not-
that would never ever happen?
I don't know.
But anyway.
And it may not happen in public.
The fourth
so
was-
we won't know unless the news media get a hold of it.
The fourth one was her sister and her brother put her on blast on Facebook,
Yeah, so
and I was upset about the fact
wrong, sister.
that I felt like that should have been something should have been addressed again behind the scenes.
Hey, babe, you're wrong.
I was livid at the fact that her brother, the one that molested her, even had the nerve to even say anything. He should shut his face.
Well,
Okay. With all that being said, Monique has still said nothing. Only thing she's posted about was her being on BMF and her having a comedy show coming up.
okay.
That's
Still
it.
promoting her stuff.
Still promoting her stuff.
Okay.
So it came out today. For those of you who don't know, Monique had a lawsuit against Netflix a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix had, from what I know, I already gave y'all the disclaimer. From what I've read and what I've comprehended, I could be off,
Mm-hmm.
is that when she came, they offered her. So they contacted her
Mhm.
and said, we would like for you to do a comedy special. Just like Dave Chappelle, just like Amy Schumer,
Okay.
just like all these other
So
people.
they asked her to be a part
They
of
asked her
Netflix.
to be part of their Netflix
project.
comedy thing, which
Okay.
her show.
Okay.
They would own the rights to it. They would promote it. They would do
She would
everything.
only have the sound.
All
Right?
she would have to do is show up. I don't know about sound and all of that. I don't know.
I thought I briefly heard
Okay.
that would be all that she can get from this.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just the recording of her voice.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So you heard something that I didn't read. So that's fine.
Yeah, nothing
Okay.
else though. They own the rights to it.
So they offered her, from my understanding, $500,000. She felt
You know, with me, that's a lot.
that was too low for her caliber and who she was. Even though everybody knows, nobody was even thinking about Monique. She won an Oscar
You know
years
what?
ago.
I'm
But
thinking-
anyway, that's okay.
But I'm thinking that was
$500,000.
Take a bite. I'm thinking that's how she probably was feeling because she was an Oscar winner.
Mm-hmm.
She's, a big Oscar. She was nominated in everything in that whole Academy category. So once you're in that category, that does bring your money up. Whether you're Grammy,
Okay.
because you can even be just nominated and may not win.
Okay.
That puts you in another category, even when they're promoting you for something.
Okay.
Academy Award nominated, Grammy Award winner.
Now,
that boosts your dollars up. So
If
maybe
this
she
was-
felt that way as well.
If this
Plus,
was-
she's a good comedian.
okay, I'm done taking my bite.
Oh,
If this was a
Queens of Comedy.
if this was the 1960s, I would agree with you.
What are you talking
not the
about?
1960s.
You don't agree with that?
No.
Why she would have the right
My
to
mother laughing.
$500,000?
Not the 1960s.
You don't think she would have the right to ask
No.
for more?
In this day and age, you are only as good as your last project. I don't care if you won 5 Oscars. I don't care if you won 150 Grammys. I don't care if you have your own studio. Even Tyler Perry still got to prove himself. You are only as good in this day and age.
Why do you feel that way?
I don't feel that way. That's the world. That's how the world is. They don't look and say, "Oh, well, you won a Grammy, or you
But
won an
that's not
Oscar,
the
or you
world that
won."
she was talking to. Netflix came to her.
Net-
It wasn't a world thing.
Okay.
It was Netflix in their whole organization, their business. They came to her and said, "Hey,
Mhm.
we want you to do your thing on Netflix. Here's what we're gonna offer you."
Exactly.
She
What I
probably
just
was like, what?
you just said what I just said. You're only as good as your last
Who makes that
project.
decision, though?
Them, they the ones paying you. If I'm paying you, I make the decision on how
Apparently,
much
it's
I
not a
want to
good
pay you.
decision.
That's not why that lawsuit was settled.
Oh,
so let's
okay.
keep talking.
Go ahead.
All right, you gonna let me explain so I can tell you why it wasn't settled.
I was giving you a chance to eat your sandwich.
Oh, it
but you was
wasn't-
just holding it.
It was not. It was not because I got to get through this. I can be done with this.
Go ahead.
It was not settled because they felt the judge felt like, oh well, you didn't give her enough. No, that's not the reason.
Why was it settled?
Okay.
Oh, you want?
I wanted to say what it was. So it was
Oh, go ahead.
$500,000 they offered her. Okay. She felt that wasn't enough
Okay.
because of the Oscar and all these other things
That's
that we
what
just talked
said.
about.
Now keep moving.
So Netflix, again, like I say,
Mhm.
which is what most people think now in the world,
Oh, okay.
you're only as good as your last project. It doesn't matter that you won an Oscar and all this other stuff.
Is that what they say?
I'm going to pay you what I feel like
You're
you
worth.
can bring subscriptions to my service.
Okay.
Okay? So if somebody from the 1960s wins an Oscar and they want to do a special on Netflix, it doesn't mean I'm going to give you $13 million because you won an Oscar. People not going to subscribe because you won
But
an
look how-
Oscar.
but look how-
People are going to subscribe because they like you.
Oh, because I was going to say, look how much you don't got to get huffy. It's not that serious.
Okay.
But look
So-
how much Michael Jordan got.
Michael Jordan, okay. When Michael Jordan was playing, we're not going to go on a rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
When Michael
No,
Jordan
use
was
that as
playing,
an
he
example.
actually was winning, which is what I just said. People pay you
But he,
as good as you
But
are
he's still-
from your last project.
oh, but
He
he's
was
still high.
winning every year.
But
he
he-
has deals. That's why he has money now. He has Nike.
No, I'm saying it in the case. I'm saying it in the sense where it's the time frame. It's been years since he's played, but his name is still high up there because everybody was looking at that documentary like,
Exactly.
wow. This
Exactly.
man, Michael Jordan, he never comes public with a lot of his lifestyle anyway. So
But once-
we all watch that.
One small thing.
What?
Monique is not Michael Jordan.
I know that's what
Monique is not Janet
I'm
Jackson.
just using it as
Okay.
an example because you may have to educate people like me that's
Okay.
watching.
For people like
Because her
Lenore,
fans probably don't feel that way.
for people like Lenore,
Mhm.
there are people who are what we call legends,
Oh,
or people that we call icons. Monique is
That
not
name-
an icon
so
and a
that
legend.
icon will always be high.
If Janet Jackson came to Netflix and wanted to do something, which I don't think that was
Didn't
on
she do?
Netflix.
Was that
It
not
wasn't on
Netflix?
Netflix,
Okay,
I think.
okay.
But if she did, her name is iconic enough to where she
to
doesn't.
draw a lot of people.
Even if she didn't do something from 20 years ago, she could still get, people would still subscribe because of the fact that it's Janet Jackson.
Okay.
If Madonna or whoever, icons, people who are icons, the company is going to pay you what they feel you're worth, what they think that you can draw in, what people, subscription, this is a subscription-based service. So if you're going to do a comedy special on my service, I got to make sure that I get my money worth of what you worth. So that's what they felt like. I don't think Monique had a problem with that. I think Monique had a problem with the fact that they didn't come back to negotiate. That was the problem. They brought her a negotiation, said $500,000. Monique said, no, that's too low. I feel like I'm worth more than that. And she had every right to do that. Don't get me wrong. I won an Oscar. I did this. I did this. That's when you start doing your resume. But the problem is Monique went to the public and said, Netflix offered me $500,000 and they offered all the black comedians, Dave Chappelle and all of them, way more money than they offered me. So in their mind, I'll just keep going, even though this thing is gone off again. Okay. In their mind, they're thinking, in her mind, I'm saying, she's thinking you are being discriminatory towards black women. You don't offer, and she's right. Every black woman that has been in Hollywood has said, I'll always get paid less than everybody else. White women, white men, black men, everybody. They pay us little or nothing. So she was absolutely correct in that, right? So she went to the public and told them that. When she did that, Netflix said, that's it. We're not negotiating with you no more. The offer's off the table. And so she sued them and said, you can't do that. You can't stop negotiations because I'm saying you are racist. It would be the same as if you was at your job and your job did something and you felt they were being racist and you complained and they fired you. You see what I'm saying? That's how the judge saw this.
Okay.
And that's why he settled. I mean, that's why he allowed them to settle the case. Netflix didn't want to keep going. Monique settled. We don't know what they settled for. We don't know what amount. We don't know what happened after that. We just know the judge saw it that way. You don't have the right to stop negotiations because somebody says you're racist. Okay?
Okay.
Which I understand why they did it, because if you call me a racist, I don't want to work with you no more. But you can't do that. Just like your job can't fire you if you say they racist. They can't come to your desk and tap you on the shoulder and say, you got to go because you said we racist.
So if they would have just kept it going.
They should have kept the negotiation going.
Whether they agreed with the negotiation or not.
They should have just kept the negotiation going.
And then what if they would have not raised her amount and she would still cry what she's saying?
It don't matter. They should have kept the negotiation going, and in the back of their mind would have been like, I don't care what we saying. We're not doing this with her. You see what I'm saying? But they would have had to at least do the $500,000 that they originally had offered.
So what is it, take it or leave it kind of thing?
Kind of take it or leave it. That's what they did. And they left.
So they shouldn't have left.
Exactly.
Because she went public and started crying, hey!
Right, and boycott Netflix and all of this.
Nobody did.
Which nobody would. Because that has nothing to, that's,
There she go, pulling people into her personal contract
Which
problems.
is where we are today.
She did that with Hughley.
So I go back.
That's between you and him and the production people. This is between you and Netflix. I know you're trying to do this for all black women. But one thing I did share with Kim, I said, I see both sides. I see why she felt I'm fighting for every black woman that comes to Netflix and hopefully don't run into this issue. Know your worth, women, sisters. I can hear her saying that now. Babies, know who you are. Come to the table, and your worth is out there. But every black artist, like Kim just said, they have different worths. You may have a different conversation than Tiffany had.
No, you saying the Oscar should be worth something.
No, I'm just saying for that purpose.
Okay.
Whoopi Goldberg may have a different conversation than another comedian. So you kind of, if you were to put all the athletes out there, Michael Jordan would be different than maybe another athlete who may not be as current or may not be as hot. They want to make money off of you. They want people to watch. They want people to whatever you do with Netflix.
Subscribe.
So I feel what she was saying. She was fighting for her worth. But I don't like when sometimes we put everybody in that basket that you're trying to help every black woman. Granted, black women that are on your same level. Y'all gonna all be different levels and be offered different amounts. Netflix may have gone to, like Kim said, another comedian and offered them $1 million. And then she would have got a hold of that and went, whoa, you getting $1 million? I'm only getting $500,000? we feel she can bring in more people.
Or even if it's not even the fact that bringing
Or whatever.
whatever it is, I'm saying that she could be right. That you lowballing her because she's an African
But
American
that's
woman.
her.
Exactly.
I'm looking at it at a different way.
You don't go in and say, this is where my problem that I have with Monique. And this
Okay.
is where I said I've always felt like Monique is her worst enemy.
Okay.
When you're in the middle of negotiation, why would you go and say Netflix is racist?
Is that
And
like,
you sitting at the table
like
negotiating.
Kanye saying that about Bush?
Oh, when? Oh, you talking about
Bush
doing
is
the
racist
New
with
Orleans?
the Katrina thing.
Oh yeah. Just the timing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying
Yeah.
with her.
It could be true.
You could be saying I have never heard Viola Davis say, "Oh, I just got off this set with MGM. Those are the most racist people I've ever met in my life."
Mm-hmm.
She would Viola Davis would simply just go on and say, "I don't feel like I'm being paid my worth.
Yeah, why toot the
I'm
horn of
negotiating.
racism?
I decided not to take that deal because they not gonna lowball me." And it was a part that I could have taken, but I can't continue to take parts.
Don't you think a lot of people do that though?
That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of people do what Monique do. They very vocal, even though it could be true.
It's just
true.
to me,
There
it's
could be some issues with them and how they treat blacks and so forth. But the way she went about it, it's just kind of like the whole Hughley thing.
it's the way you go
Maybe
about
her
it.
manager again told her what to do.
So everybody's talking about how she again. I don't even want to talk about
Baby,
her
go. You
husband.
need to tell everybody. Go to the mountaintop. Shout it loud.
Again, I understand her. She got a lot of this going on, but him, I don't get him. But anyway,
Okay.
so this is what. Oh my God, with Monique, she's so frustrated. I don't even know. Her family is. This whole family is crazy. Anyway,
Okay.
this is what I would like for Monique to do this weekend. It's the only reason why I'm doing this video, other than the fact to say that this case is settled. We don't have to hear any more about Netflix. There's a part of me that feels like they only settled because Lee Daniels is getting ready to do a whole big project with them, and he made up with Monique, and he's supposed to bring her in it. Monique is funny. Monique is talented.
Even in her anger and whatever.
There is no other Monique. There's no other comedian
That's like
Monique.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lee Daniels, with his crazy self, can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Even Tyler Perry saw it. That's probably why he even called her in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
If she wasn't talented, they wouldn't even have wasted time with her.
Right. And
Wouldn't continue to waste time with her.
And she's versatile with her humor. Her communication
Went out again, but that's fine. Okay, so just like, hold on, let's let it come back. Let's let it come back.
I guess it doesn't matter if you.
No, hurry up. Okay, so just like Monique didn't take the cue from God with the the lawnmower to get off.
Oh, that loud noise.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
The fact that our Wi-Fi keeps going off, God is like, you made your point. It's time to get out of here. You know, exit stage left.
Yeah.
So
what else can you say?
What else can you say?
But I'm curious as to what the settlement is.
Mm-hmm.
Is it even the amount that they first offered her?
I don't know.
Because wouldn't that make sense? The judge would say whatever you offered her to do the show,
Keep that up.
that would be the amount or a little bit more
I guess.
to settle this.
I don't know.
And not bad mouth us. We don't have to deal with her.
All I'm asking is this weekend is that she apologize to D.L. Hughley's daughter.
Why this weekend?
Because she has a show this weekend.
Where's it at?
I don't know. It's on her Instagram.
Okay, whatever city she's in.
Yeah,
Okay.
she has a show this weekend. I hope she
probably talk about it
apologizes.
again.
I hope she at least addresses
She'll
it.
talk about Netflix.
I don't know. I don't know what she's gonna do. All I
Unless
care
they made
about.
her sign a disclaimer not to
They
say
did.
nothing
She
else.
can't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
It says non-disclosed.
Well, they know now she ain't gonna be using it. in
All
her
I
comedy
care
act.
about is, and there's a part of me that knew this was coming up. Settlement.
Mhm.
That's why she was acting the way she was. Because if somebody giving you a lot of money, and you know you get some money, you like, I don't care about.
And
You
her
can
hus-
keep all this little comedy
And her
thing.
husband's stuck right next to her.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
leech.
So-
He's a leech.
But anyway, y'all. So you have anything else? Mm-mm. All right. So that was it. Wasn't a funny moment from the Woods report. Just us reporting what happened with Monique.
It was funny to me, but
no,
I don't know. You took it to another level. That's what
because
I'm saying.
it's not.
Because I asked that question or I made that comment. We may not agree, but
No, that's not it.
I just felt like
All right, whatever.
I don't know.
We don't want you to bare your whole soul. All right.
No, I'm saying for what I really felt legitimate. The reason why I asked that, because some people probably are thinking that. I did think that.
That Oscar should make you get more money.
I really think because people use it when they advertise, unless it's just current. But people use that in advertising and promotion.
Right.
Now, Stellar Award winner.
Right.
Now, Grammy Award. Versus you've never been nominated for anything.
Right.
Think about it. You're nominated or you win.
I know.
Now, when they're promoting you or marketing you, they're using that.
I know.
Academy Award winner.
They do. They use it.
So,
but we're talking about
Wouldn't that up your money?
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Let me tell you before we go. Popularity does too. You don't have to win
Popularity
awards.
does, period.
No, popularity is the main thing, and if that's what you're saying.
Because there's a lot of people who have never won Oscars who make way more money than
I
everybody.
remember back in the day, our old church, we had we were able to afford some of the artists that came to our church. I think we even had Smokey Robinson, but he couldn't sing. He had to talk.
Oh, I was gonna say Smokey could sing.
Smokey can sing, but we didn't pay him to sing. You pay more money if they're singing and talking. He spoke. He gave his testimony, how he found God and so forth. That was a Motown week. We had people from different areas of Motown. And I know one time we had invited T.D. Jakes. This was back in the early days with T.D. Jakes. We didn't pay T.D. Jakes that much, but I bet you believe it now, he is worth a lot now.
It has nothing to do with an award.
So I'm saying as you become more known as well. But I was just saying awards. Somebody told me that when I was marketing them. They are putting out Academy Award winner.
No, it does matter.
That's probably, I'm thinking that's probably.
But
why
when
she
you're in
felt
a
that.
negotiation with money, it doesn't matter.
I just thought she felt that maybe,
Oh,
and that's
okay.
why she felt she
I
needed
said
more.
that. I said she has
Okay.
every right.
I just felt you chopped me down for saying that. I'm thinking that's
She
what
has
she was probably
every
thinking.
right to say, I want an Oscar.
And that's all I said.
But
That's
I'm-
all I said.
and
I know
then-
you said it doesn't matter.
Right.
That understand, I'm trying to get in her head
Right.
and build in her biography and her background.
Mhm.
That's added to it. She's Academy in that field now.
Right.
Not all comedians are Academy level.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm saying that that doesn't matter when you're negotiating. You're only as good as your last project. How much money you can bring in. That's why people like Drake and them don't go to the Grammys and stuff anymore. He doesn't have to.
Oh, really?
Drake is the #1 selling rap artist, period. You're only as good as your last project. It doesn't matter. You can come in and say you won 18 Grammys. Nobody cares. Sorry. It looks good on a resume, but in this business, all we care about is if you can put butts in seats. That's it. If I'm booking you, can you put butts in seats? That's it. Can you sell tickets? Can I put your name on a flyer and people will pay to see you? I don't care
And
about
she
your
felt
legacy
that.
and all that other
But
stuff.
she felt that as well.
And she had every right.
Right.
And the
She can fill
negotiation,
seats. She's the queens of comedy.
and what she was saying, the negotiation should have kept going back and forth.
Yeah.
But they stopped. As soon as she said they were
So
racist,
she blew the whistle about them being.
as soon as she said they were racist, they said, that's it. We're not going to negotiate with you anymore.
Right, right.
And the judge is saying that's wrong. Like I said, at your job. Does your company have a right to walk on eggshells once you say that they're
Or
racist?
fire me.
They don't have the right to fire you, but don't be surprised if
Some
people
people
start
have
acting different around
No,
you.
some people have been let go because
Exactly.
they made accusations about being either sexually
Exactly.
abused or any racism.
Exactly.
And now they're blackballed.
Exactly.
then
And you
they're
can't
out
do
the
that.
door.
And that's what Monique was
Oh,
saying.
okay. Got
That
it.
was her lawsuit. You can't do that.
Okay.
And she was right.
Yeah, she is right.
She was right. But on the same token, I was saying you have to understand if you do that, people gonna treat you different at your job.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna be
It's
just
unfortunate.
Yeah,
Right?
it's unfortunate.
Tooting
So-
the horn about truth. And
Yes.
but the way you went about it, you think. But at your job, you got to go to HR and say it.
Right. Well, in her
Unless
case-
you on the mountaintop in the cafeteria saying,
Right.
this place is racist.
Right.
Watch your back, y'all. Then, of course, they're going to be upset and go, you need to get on
All right.
here.
Okay.
I get it.
So before our Wi-Fi goes out again, God yanks the chain. You have anything else to say?
I was just seeing if anybody had comments.
All right, so here
Your
we
sauce
are.
is probably cold.
Here we are with, yet again, another Woods Report. See you guys later. Hold on.